Some people are clever. Sadly, they use their intelligence to cheat people. They do not realize that one day they will be caught. They forget that there are people who are cleverer than them. It is important to use your intelligence to help others and yourself. Now, what comes in our mind when we talk about intelligence? So, let's start a very interesting story about a well known, famous historical character Emperor Akbar. Emperor Akbar had some extraordinary people in his court. One of them was the wise and just Birbal. The emperor respected and trusted him and loved his sense of humor. There are many popular stories about Akbar and Birbal which are interesting and enjoyable. So let's enjoy this one. As Prime Minister in the royal palace of Emperor Akbar, Birbal spent his days listening to the problems of the people. He would listen to each one patiently and try and help them to solve it. One day, when Birbal was listening to the problems of the people, a treasure was brought before him. The man looked worried. Birbal asked him what the problem was. The man said, "Thank you for finding the time to listen to me. I am facing a serious problem. I am a treasure of spices in a village far away, and over the past few weeks, I have noticed that some of my spices have been going missing from my storage shed." "How do you know that?" the Birbal asked the trader. The trader replied, "When I come in morning to count my sacks of spices, some days I find that there is less cinnamon. Sometimes a sack of cloves or cumin or peppercorns is missing. I am losing money every day. What is bothering me more that no one except my helpers go in and out of the storage shed. I know that they like me and they are good workers, but I think one of them is the thief. So please help me to find out who is it." Birbal thought carefully about it for a few minutes and asked the man to send for all his helpers, and luckily the treasure had brought them along with him. The treasure said, "They are waiting outside the palace, sir." Then Birbal asked him to please bring them in. A few minutes later, all 4 workers were standing in front of Birbal, and he gave each of them a stick. All 4 sticks were same. They were looking similar in shape, length and color. Birbal told the 4 workers to come to the court next day. "We will get to know who is stealing the spices. The thief's stick will grow 2 inches longer. So it will be 2 inches longer than the other sticks." Though the treasurer did not understand how the wise man's mind was working, he thanked Birbal and left with his workers. The next day, the 4 were brought before Birbal again. Now Birbal asked them to show their sticks. They held out their sticks in front of them. The sticks of 3 of the helpers were still the same size, but one helper's stick was 2 inches shorter than the others. Birbal pointed towards him and announced that he is the thief. The treasurer and the other courtiers looked confused. Birbal explained, "The helper with the shortest stick is the thief. He thought that his stick was really going to grow 2 inches longer. So he cut it by 2 inches because he wanted it to be the same size as that of the others. Of course, it did not grow. So his stick is now 2 inches shorter." The helper was taken away by the guards. The treasurer thanked Birbal for helping him to catch the thief. The courtiers all shook their head, wondering how a person could be so clever. One of them said, "Birbal is the wisest man in the entire kingdom." Everyone else agreed.